Welcome to the Flock Agency's new host orientation. I am your trainer, and if you're in this class today, you are an official paid host. Congratulations for taking the first step in your content creator journey and actually monetizing that screen time. Today you will learn all the Bigo basics, and you will also gain some new host material. Get your notepads, get your pens, and let's get started. Congratulations for becoming a paid host, but what's next? Now that you're a paid host, you're probably wondering, what's the next step in this journey? I have signed up with my agency. I'm able to go live, but what do I actually do? Again, if any one of you are asking these questions, you are definitely on to a very great start. Remember, grab your notepads and grab your pens because you're going to learn how to be a host. All right, you're a new host and you're thinking about joining a family, and you're probably asking, what's actually a family on Bigo? Families are the heart and soul of Bigo Live. In a family, you can connect with other Bigo members to build a community, support each other, and even find new friends and followers. You also can compete in events exclusively for families on Bigo to unlock big prizes, to get early access to Bigo features and early opportunities. Now, you're probably asking, what's the difference between a family and an agency? They are both different in many ways. The purpose for a family is for socializing and community raking, and the purpose for an agency is for professional growth and earning money. And as you can see, the earnings are none, just virtual PKs. And as for the agency, you make between $100,000 to $64,000 a month if you hit the targets. Also, there is no entry requirement. All right, now that you have got the family portion of Bigo down packed, it is now time to start your live stream. And starting your live stream means that you're now starting your hours. Now, you're probably asking yourself, how do I actually make my hours count on Bigo? Now, to ensure your streaming time is officially logged by the Bigo Live, you must follow the 30-15 rule. And you're probably asking, what do you mean by that? The valid hour rule, which is also the 30-minute minimum. Now, not every hour you spend on Bigo Live counts towards your monthly goal. You must stay on live for at least 30 minutes for that session to count. If you go live for 25 minutes and your app crashes or you hang up, you get 0 credit for that time. Always aim for 30 to 45 minutes just to be safe in case anything happens. Now, the daily cap, 2-hour maximum. Bigo requires consistency over marathon streaming. Now, only 2 hours a day will count towards your live stream. You can stream for 5 hours or more, but only 2 hours will count towards that calendar day. Now, this prevents hosts from doing all their hours in 3 days and going MIA for the rest of the month. Now remember, this is Bigo Live TV and we are here to entertain. All right, now the monthly target, which is also the 15-day minimum. You can't just hit your hours within 1 week. You have to show up throughout the month. Stream for 15 unique days, which means a day only counts if you stream for 30 minutes on that calendar day, which is PST time. You are required to do a minimum of 30 hours a month. Now that explains the 30-15 rule. Now, it's important to know that there are important technical time zones, which means Bigo operates on PST time, which is 3 hours behind that schedule. If you stream across midnight, your time will be split into 2 days. For example, if you are on Eastern Standard Time and you decide to stream at 2 a.m. to 4 a.m., only 1 hour will count for one day and 1 hour will count for the next day. Now, there are some community guidelines that you will have to follow in order to be a streamer on Bigo Live TV. Now, I always tell my host, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. There are many rules and community guidelines you must follow when you are live streaming. Now let's get into it. Right, now these are a list of actions and if they are allowed. Now, smoking, you can smoke on the platform, but do not allow the item to be shown, which is the blunt, cigarette, etc. Drinking, bullying, harassment, use of third-party payment apps, use of competitive apps, things of that nature. Please be sure to take a screenshot of each of these pages so you are able to go back and to actually read and to see which action is allowed and which action is not allowed. Right, now we have nudity, doxing, idle lives, hate speech, violence, and gore. Now, not too much skin showing, no provocative attire, do not touch on your private parts. Doxing is not allowed at all and is a bannable offense, you guys. And idle live simply means that this is not allowed and will result in a 10-minute ban. Please be sure to not leave your life unattended. And of course, hate speech, violence, threatening, weapons, no racism, sexism, or attacks on religion. Now, gambling, copyrighted content, no minors, and please, no driving. Do not host any gambling games outside of the games listed on Bigo. Do not show slot machines or any gambling material. Now, avoid playing movies or TV shows outside of the YouTube setting on multi-panels. And please, if you're 18 or plus, it's only allowed on this app. Driving, no driving while streaming. Be sure to place a background up or cam down, please. Cam down. All right, now that we got the community guidelines out the way, now we're able to see how to check our live data. Now, your monthly data is tracked each month. To view this, you must click on Creator Center. All right, now as you can see from the example above, this creator is in their Creator Center checking their live data. The live data is simply where you are for the month and gives you an idea of what your check will be for the following month. Now, as you can see, they have 70,000 beans in 34 hours, which means they're getting paid $610. Now, the Creator Center allows you to view your hours, beans, valid live days, and so much more. It is very important as a paid host on Bigo, you know how to check your live data, and you're checking your live data very frequently. Live data is how you track your money, and I know everybody loves money. All right, now we're going to get down to the nitty gritty, and now we're getting serious. Now it's time to maximize your payouts. Now, you've probably been hearing a lot around the app, PKs, rebates. And you're probably asking yourself, what are PKs and rebates? On Bigo Live, PKs and rebates are two primary drivers for engagement and income for hosts. So think of PKs and rebates as bonuses. If you would like to maximize your payout, PKs and rebates are the best way to do so. Now, PK stands for player knockout. It's typically a PK between 2 or more people, seeing who can receive the most gifts from support in 20 minutes. Now, normally people who do official PKs, they have certain things set up and they have their supporters there and also their family members. Sometimes they have the agency members come out, agency leaders throw on them, things like that. They have their business set up for their PKs. Now, PKs are the fastest way to boost visibility. Bigo algorithm pushes PK battles to the popular page, bringing in new supporters and followers to your stream. Rebates are a cashback type of incentive system designed for serious broadcasters and agencies. They are essentially bonus beans rewarded by the platform for hitting specific milestones during these events. Now, high rebate PKs. During certain Bigo events, broadcasters can earn a rebate ranging from 50% to 85%. For example, if you receive 100,000 beans and an 80% rebate, that means Bigo will reward you 80,000 beans just for participating and hitting the goals. All right, so let's talk about strategic recycling, other known as trade for trade, bean for bean, support for support, things like that. So different hosts may gift each other during high rebates to maximize their earnings and support each other all at the same time. All right, so now that you know what PKs and rebates are, you can now sign up. So go ahead and check the agency chat for the recent PKs. If you're a new host, you will check your prospective chat for these PKs. If you are in the Discord, you can go to the Bigo Live TV events and you are able to see these PKs. If you need any assistance with signing up for any rebates or PKs, go to your assigned recruiter. Alright, so now, how can I calculate earnings from PKs and rebates? So, the earnings equations is pretty simple. This is the beans to US dollars. So, the V equals the value in US dollars. The B equals the total beans that's accumulated. And 210 is the fixed conversion rate, which is 210 beans equals $1. As you can see, that's how you do the equation if you're looking to see your earnings on Bigo. Now, how can you calculate your earnings from a rebate? This is the equation for rebate calculations. Rebates are bonuses based on the high amount of gifts received in a certain amount of time. For example, R equals rebate beans, which is the bonus beans you receive. B base equals the total beans received during the PK, and R is the rebate percentage, expressed as a decimal. 80% is 0.80. Now, if you are calculating your total take home from a high stakes PK, the equation is as follows. The total US dollars is equivalent to the beans plus the beans times the rebate percentage and the decimal divided by 210. We will work on this as you grow and as you start to sign up for PKs. Don't let this stress you. Don't let this confuse you. This is just a guide to guide you. Alright, so here's some examples. So for example, if you receive 100,000 beans during an 80% rebate event, the base beans is 100,000. The rebate beans is 100,000 times 0.880, which is the 80% rebate, which comes out to 80,000. Now, the total beans received is 180,000. The final value of what you received and made is 180,000 divided by 210, which is approximately $857. Right, perfect. Now that we've got our maximizing our payouts out the way, you're probably like, how can I grow my followers on Bigo Live? So, growing on Bigo Live in 2026 is less about going viral and more about working with the app's internal algorithm. Master the live preview hooks. Bigo uses an autoplay preview feature where users see a 5-second silent clip of your stream while strolling. Never sit idle. Just use a ring light and high-end glam aesthetics that stand out visually and things of that nature. Also, leverage audience merging. PKs and multi-guests, which is the fastest way to get followers, is to borrow them from other broadcasters. Strategic PKs, which is just friendly PKs sometimes. Enter PK battles with broadcasters who have a similar or slightly larger following, and their viewers will see you on the split screen. If you're entertaining, they will click follow on your profile without leaving the battle. Multi-guest rooms, you host a panel. When you have 4 to 9 people in a room, Bigo makes you go to the popular page. Also, the consistency score algorithm. Bigo's 2026 algorithm rewards retention and predictability. Primetime deployment, aim for peak hours, typically 7 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Your session lengths, which is your live times. The algorithm starts trusting a stream after the 45-minute mark. Streaming for 15 minutes hurts your long-term visibility, so always aim for at least 2 hours per live. Alright, so now, optimize for bean reception. The algorithm tracks how many gifts you receive per minute, which is the diamond efficiency ratio. The small gift velocity is better to receive 100 small maces from 100 different people than one big gift from one person. High volume gifting tells the system your content is trending, which triggers a push to a wider audience. Alright, well that concludes our training for today. I just want to say congratulations for becoming a paid host. You're an official paid broadcaster on Bigo Live TV. Please go to your designated respective chats and your designated recruiters and be sure to look at that pay chart and also set you a goal and just, be a broadcaster. Have fun. Let it flow. Go with the flow. And if you have any comments, questions, concerns, reach out to your respective recruiter.
Pew pew!